Now in this lecture we see the remaining part of the functions. The point is defining function with additional features. First one is that required argument. What do you mean by the required argument? And required argument, or sorry, we can first an argument is simply a value provided to a function when you call it. That means argument is a value provided to its parameters, or the argument is a value provided when we call the functions. Argument is value to providing that particular parameters that are used at the time of the function definitions. For example, y is equal to bar 4 comma str. So 4 and str are the two arguments for the bar functions. So required arguments are mandatory argument to the functions. These argument values must be passed in correct number and order during the function call. Now what do you mean by the required argument? Required argument means we have to be at anyhow you need to be pass the value to that particular parameters. So such type of arguments are called as a required argument. That means to providing the value to that argument are mandatory. So that means passing the value to the argument is mandatory. Such type of argument are called as a required argument. And here is one important point is there. When you pass the value to the argument, their sequence and order is very much important. Suppose you are using the three argument a comma b comma c. These are the three arguments, or these are the three parameters. So are the three variables. So if you want to pass some particular values to the a, to the b, to the c. So to passing the value to the first, you have to be passes the value to that particular parameter in a correct order and in a correct sequence. That means suppose you want to a to the 10 to the a, 20 to the b, and 30 to the c. So that means 10 first, 20 second, and 30 third one. So after that 10 assigned to the a, 20 assigned to the b, and 30 assigned to the c. That means here very much important point in this required argument is that the correct order and the sequencing is very much important here in the requirement argument. Likewise, see one example here. Def my underscore function str comma number. These are the two parameters. Print str, print number, and str is equal to lucky, number is equal to 10. Then function call here my underscore function num. Look at here what will happen when you execute this particular code. The error is given missing one required argument. That means what will happen here, we have to be pass two parameter str and num, and at the function call we just use only one argument, that is the num. We are not taking the str. So due to this one your program provide the error. That means here we use the two parameters. So at the time of the function call you are also provided two arguments to that particular parameter. Two parameter, so two argument. Three parameter, three argument. One parameter, one argument is need to be a call at the time of the function call. If you miss this one, you will get the definitely the error in the output. So this type of arguments are called as the required arguments. Another part is second argument is called as a default argument. What do you mean by the default argument? Default values indicate that the function argument will take that value if no argument value is passed during the function call. The default value is assigned by using the assignment equal to operator. Now what do you mean by the default argument? Default argument means what? If you are missing passing the value to the argument at the time of the function call, there is these values are taken automatically by defaultly at the time of the function call. So this type of argument are called as a default argument. For example, that and default argument are assigned, or the default values are assigned to the arguments by using assignment operator or the equal to operators. That take the one example here. Def my underscore function role command name is equal to Nisha, course is equal to IT. These are the three parameters here. Name is equal to Nisha and course is equal to IT. These parameters values are already assigned. Now print name is having roll number, then roll, enroll for course, then course. My underscore function 10, my function 11 comma Shraddha, my function 12 Rahul, and ANTC. So in first function call we just pass only one value for, and the parameter is 3, which are the parameters role, command name, and the course. These are the three parameters. But here we only pass a single value to the argument, that is a 10. here we pass only two arguments to their parameters. These are 11 and Shraddha. Here we pass the three argument, all these. So but also due to this, our output shows that Nisha is having a roll number 10, enroll for course IT. Shraddha is having roll number 11, enroll for course IT. So what will be happen here in the first function call, remaining two values, that is called as the roll is taken from here 10 and name is equal to Nisha and course is equal to IT is by default taken. And in the second output print, name is having roll number, roll enroll for course, that means roll number is taken but name Shraddha and course IT is taken from here, and the remaining two arguments 11 and Shraddha are taken from this function call, and one is by default, course is by default taken from this IT. So that means some value to the argument are by defaultly assigned by using the equal to operators. So such type of values are by defaultly taken, and these arguments are called as a default arguments. Now next an important point, argument is called as keyword argument. So keyword argument are also called as name argument. Keyword argument are also called as a name argument. These are argument in which the values are associated with the names. Hence the position of the argument does not matter. Here values are assigned to the names there. That means suppose roll. So roll is equal to 10. So this roll number is assigned to their roll number. Suppose name hai, name is Rahul. So name is assigned to the string. Suppose here is a roll number is no roll number is assigned to the digit. Suppose course is equal to IT. So that course is assigned to that RT, that particular string. So that means here is the each and every uh, arguments are assigned to that particularly names. These are called as a name argument, and hence the position of the argument does not matter. That means suppose position is, you are going to be changes the position. So after changing the position of the parameter, after changing the position of the argument, they take the proper values whether their sequence are changes. Take the one example, dep my underscore function name and course. These are the two parameters, name and the course. Print name, print course. So look at here, my underscore function name is equal to Rahul and course is equal to IT. The sequence is similarly taken here, name and course. Output is name Rahul, course IT. Now take the example here, dep my underscore function name course, name, print course. So we will take the sequence here. In place of name we take the course, and in place of course we take the name. So course is equal to IT, name is equal to Rahul. So after running this particular code, we will get the same output, name is equal to Rahul and course is equal to IT. Their sequence is not going to be changes. So in the name argument, each and every value of the argument are assigned with that particular names. So that's why sequence or the position of the argument of the values is not a mandatory here. So these are called as a name arguments. So again the remaining part, variable length argument. Variable length argument, to give the variable length argument means, variable length argument is very useful when we do not know the exact number of argument that will be passed to the function. If you don't know the how much arguments are passed to that particular functions, we don't know the number of arguments, we don't know the how much is the argument is going to pass in that particular function. So at that time variable length arguments are useful, and to knowing the variable length argument, star args are going to be this type of syntax in bracket star args are used to knowing the variable length argument. Look at here syntax, dep function, dep keyword function, func is the name of the function, then into bracket star args and then colon and body of the function. Take one example here, dep my underscore function args, that is the arguments, print args, then print call with two arguments, my underscore function 1020, call with three arguments 10, 20, 30, call with four argument, my underscore function 10, 20, 30, 40. So output will be shown here. First output will 10, 20, second output will 10, 20, 30, and third output will be 10, 20, 30 and the 40. That means by using the star args variable length argument, you are use a number of arguments. If you don't know their numbers of the argument. That means how much is the arguments that are used in the functions at that time. Variable length argument are there, and their syntax is that depth, name of the function, and into bracket star args. So in this way we have to use the star args syntax to using the variable length argument. So this is sufficient for this lecture. Remaining part of the lecture we will continue in the next lecture.